friends, I am coming to you from my craft table today, and for a couple different reasons. The first reason is that my husband made me a new camera mount to go in front of my craft table here in my craft room, and this will allow me to do some smaller projects. Sometimes it will give you a little bit better angle, and I am participating in a big card collab at the end of this month, and I wanted to have a really good way to showcase the card that I am making. I really don't have any local friends that paper craft, and I have quite a few that watch my videos, and I'm hoping that maybe by them seeing some of the cards that I make might inspire them to be interested in. I do love it. I just thought I would share with you occasionally cards that I'm making. I'll go ahead and start and show you that this is a card that was made a few days ago. This is for a friend of mine's daughter. She's graduating, and I just purely copied this off Pinterest. I just saw it and didn't even click on it, so I don't even know who the inventor of this is. I thought it was so cute. I've made a black one for another little girl and a red one for this one because her high school colors are red and white. I just thought this was the cutest card, and the little string of pearls. This is what I'm actually doing today, is that last week I purchased a strawberry punch. Here in the next few weeks it's going to be strawberry season here in Tennessee, and we love strawberries like crazy. And it's kind of like this time of year we crave strawberries, and then come in the fall we crave cranberries, but we don't grow cranberries down here. But I just wanted to show you a project that I have thought up that I wanted to kind of try with my new strawberry punch. And so I've been playing around with it for the last few days, and I actually punched out just some white ones out of cardstock and ran them through an embossing folder, just the erased dots embossing folder, to kind of simulate the strawberry seeds, and colored this one red. And then here's one that was just done with red cardstock. And if I had to choose which one I like the best, I think it's definitely the cardstock one. Now, to get the little green leaves, what I did is just punched out just a little top portion of the strawberry, cut the little leaf part off, and just glued it on top of the strawberry to finish it off. I really love that, and just took a black Sharpie and put the dots in the little holes where it was embossed. It has lots of versatility on the strawberry. You could actually make a flower out of these strawberry shapes. I just thought it was so cute. I bought the punch online from a place called Create for Less, so it was less than $5 for a Fiskars extra large punch. I thought that was an incredible price. I bought a few other little things, and so I just couldn't pass that up for $4 and something for this strawberry punch. This is the very first card I made when I got it last week, and it's just a vision I had. Now, I did see this on Pinterest somewhere where they just had some strawberries laying on some weaved paper. Well, I have this die here that I ran through my Cuttlebug, this little scalloped frame. I've always thought this looked like not only a scalloped frame, but also the top of a basket. So what this basically is kind of like a bird's eye view looking down into the basket. And I actually raised the frame up on some dimension. I hadn't put a sentiment or anything on there yet, but this is just something I'm going to keep in my stash that will give at some point in time. To make the leaves, I just actually used my circle punch. I'll show you here in a minute if you don't know. And as far as the little flowers, I just took some cardstock and punched out. I've got this little punch, this little flower punch, basic one. And then what you do is you just put it in the palm of your hand. Can't remember offhand what the name of this little tool is with a metal ball on the end, and you actually just press it into your palm and kind of squeeze, and then you can kind of curl up the edges of the flower. And let me show you, I got some done here. I'll just show you this card again. And it actually gives the little 3D flower effect. And then just put a little dot of, I want strawberry blooms, yellow stickles in there. But what I was going to do today is I wanted to show you how I would make a shaped card without a silhouette or without a Cricut. Here's what I would typically do. That's the reason why I don't do many cards, is because I kind of do the unconventional way and do whatever works, I want to make some kind of basket of strawberries. So I'm going to take this embroidery hoop, so I'm going to say about 3/4 of the way, trace the outside of my hoop. Now, the reason why I want to do the outside is so that when I get ready to put a little white insert inside the card, I'm going to trace the inside, and that will give me a perfect layer of white to insert in the inside of the card. So carefully cut out this 3/4 of a circle, and that will be my basket. I have my circle cut out, and it's just opened up. And so here's what I actually gonna do to the front of my card. I just took a ruler and with a little X-Acto knife, and I just sliced some 1/2-inch slices all the way, not going all the way through, but if you can see that I just did some slices, and I even messed up right there, but I'm hoping that by weaving some paper through there, it'll cover up that mess up. But you know, when you're looking at a weaved basket, it's a handcraft anyway. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect. But so now what I'm gonna do is I just cut some little 1/2-inch strips, and I'm gonna weave it under and over these little slits that I did. And that's going to give me my weaved basket look. All the way across. And then once I get it all on my little strips in place is when I will go back and put some little spots of glue just to secure it. Because once I get down here, as I start putting the strips, they're going to start hanging off. They're going to be bigger than the top of my basket. And plus I'm going to have some strawberries hanging off of the top of this basket. So, you know, all those imperfections right there are not even going to show. I'm going to do exact opposite of what your first strip was. On this one I started over. This one I'm going to do under. Take a whole lot of strips to give you that weaved basket look. I'm going to insert 2 more strips. I'm going to trim out the edges and put a few spots of glue on there just to secure it. And then once all my little strips are secured, then I may take my paper cutter and cut the rounded bottom off just to give it a flat bottom basket. I just took some of this red cardstock, embossed it, and then I'm going to punch out several strawberries and get my strawberries ready to attach to the top of my basket. Okay, let me show you how I'm making the leaves. I have a 1 3/4 punch. You just stick it in there partially. Depending on how far you stick it in the punch is how big your leaf's going to be. And you just punch it out. You get all size leaves that you want. And then you can score them. You can bend them and, you know, give them a little bit of a... I usually just kind of take my fingernails and kind of bend them a little bit to give them, like you said, a little more 3D effect, kind of like I do the little flower blooms I told you about. I just kind of fold them a little bit. And you usually can get several leaves out of one circle, especially kind of on all 4 sides of the circle. Just keep going around. So I cut out one of my little scalloped frames, and I still think that looks like a basket top. I just put it on some dimension right there, and I'm going to glue some strawberries all around the top. I'm just going to kind of build up a little row of strawberries there. I'm going to put 1 strawberry down here at the bottom. Something like that. I'm going to have 1 coming out of the edge. I went ahead and traced the inside of my embroidery hoop. I'm just going to glue that 1/2 a circle inside of my little basket. Grabbed out of my stash this little Target dollar spot stamp that just says hello. Some cardstock, and okay, I'm going to stick that right there, and I'm going to kind of do it at an angle. I like that. I think that's cute. Okay, friends, I was just playing with my strawberry stamp. I think it turned out pretty cute. And I do have a little stamp I always put on the back that says handmade by Cindy. I'll use my punch board to make my custom envelope. So if you come across a strawberry punch, pick it up. I'll put the link below if you're interested in getting it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.